God damn it. So so time now is 6:29 a.m. in the morning on February 26th. Um yeah, I went to bed at around 2:20 a.m., but of course I didn't immediately fall asleep. In fact, for a long time, so let's just say I fell asleep at around 2:40 maybe, and then that's all the way until 6:15 when I woke up. So that's about 3.5 hours. I feel dizzy and incredibly tired right now, and my hair looks like a mess. I just, Jesus Christ. Why do I look so bad? I look like there's a square. I look like a square. Um, yeah, I'm gonna immediately eat some cereal, some Lucky Charms cereal or whatever, and then just leave. Yeah. Fix my hair first. I'm gonna fix my hair first, eat some cereal, and then just leave. Alright. Alright, I'm out. It's extremely cold right now, but also I'm feeling stomachache. Who would have thought? Why now? Why? I'm also wearing the exact same clothes I wore last Wednesday because I didn't have time to wash clothes last Thursday because I was doing the bed sheets last Thursday. So I'm basically wearing the same clothes now, the same dirty clothes. Oh, god damn it. Alright, class over. Time now is 12:06 at noon, and yeah, pretty interesting experience because I am once again left alone as the only East Asian in the class. And the Japanese girl did not show up, which is a little worrying because I don't know why, even though I don't know well, that's awkward. I don't know why, because I don't know Japanese culture very well. I mean, I watch anime and I watch VTubers and stuff, but I can't say I'm an expert or anything. And I've only been to Japan for like 5 days, and I don't know Japanese culture that well. But for some reason, because she looks slightly similar to my people, I automatically feel a little bit more relatable to her for some weird reason. Even though ethnically Japanese and Han is different. But yeah, she didn't show up, and the dancer girl from Film 31, she didn't show up too. And I'm kind of worried that they're never gonna show up again. Really worried. So yeah, it was a good class. Like I was feeling quite sleepy and dizzy actually for the most part of the class, and I didn't really raise my hand and speak up. Didn't speak much. I was called on a few times. So we had to share our thoughts on 5 Broken Cameras, this documentary, and then a little bit later the professor asked every single one of us to recite 1.4, 2.8, 4, 5.6, yada yada, the f-stop numbers. And then there's the break, and I didn't know what to do, but I thought to myself, well, it wouldn't make much of a difference if the Asian girl is here, if the Japanese girl is here or not. It wouldn't have made much difference because I'm still alone anyways. These people are still strangers to me. So during the break, I left the classroom, and at first I was like, I didn't know where to go, but so I just walked into a group of people. So this half British guy, Miles, and Eric, who's Filipino, and sitting with another girl, and I just walked up to them, and then there's another guy I just walked up to them and it's like, whatever. I just walked up to them and it was a little awkward, but I kind of joined in their conversation a little bit, like hey. I just said hey, and yeah, I was like, hey, what's up? And I spoke to Eric, the Filipino, first. I don't know why. Like, I honestly thought he's Hispanic at first, and given his last name, Lopez, I legit thought he's Hispanic. But I don't know why, but he seems kind of like shy, so I guess not particularly the Hispanic type. Turns out he's Southeast Asian. So we got a Southeast Asian in a class, East Asian and South Asian, the professor. But yeah, spoke to him a little bit and then spoke to other people a little bit, and then the president of the film club showed up, and I was like, hey, you're the president of the film club, right? And she's like, yeah. And so she's like, oh, we're gonna have this Batman movie watching hangout thing. It's unofficial because of COVID. We can't officially have any meetings, but unofficially, off the paper, off the record, we can. So that's really cool. And I feel like I'm the first person in this entire class to acknowledge that she's the president of film club. Like, nobody else knows. So I guess she's kind of surprising that way. Okay, I should turn. All right. And then yeah, not much else, because there's this white girl and she's wearing a tight crop top. She looks kinda good even with a mask on. Like, she looks like the average Instagram model. Not really average, but you get the idea. Blue eyes, blonde hair, and she's just standing there, and I feel like Eric, the Filipino boy, he's like, okay, I kind of want to talk to her. So he kind of just walks up to her. And since I was with Eric for a moment, and I also kind of want to talk to a woman, I was just speaking to her a little bit, but it was kind of awkward. And but I don't really mind at all, really. So yeah, and then class finishes. I tried to stay behind a little bit to talk to people, and at the end I exchanged phone numbers with the Filipino boy, Eric. And I did speak to the big fat Swedish man. Not even fat, I'd say plus size, because apparently he used to be like a club bouncer, and he's Swedish, and I spoke to him a little bit, and that's pretty much it. I spoke to the Filipino boy, and it's kind of a funny conversation because I was really honest and open and kind of funny. Like, I was like, oh, you watch anime? And unsurprisingly, he said, yeah, I do. I don't know why. I feel like this is exactly the reason why Potter manages to find so many weed smokers. I mean, I would think that weed smokers just naturally attract each other, like it's some supernatural phenomenon, but actually that's not true. It's a social phenomenon. It's not supernatural. If you mention weed when you have a conversation with someone, and that someone doesn't take weed, then that someone is just going to be like, okay, sure, you do you. But if that someone does smoke weed, then that someone will be like, hey man, I smoke too, you want to join me? So by mentioning weed in your conversation, you naturally attract more weed smokers. Now, not every single person in this world are anime watchers, but so far I've already met a few anime watchers, a few from Church Chinatown, this Filipino boy, Potter watches anime, and the reason why I'm able to find so many is not because I naturally attract them, but because I speak about them. Alright. But yeah, that's pretty cool. And I also mentioned, like, what sort of professors have you taken? Like, there's the Italian professor, there's the Indian professor, and there's a Mexican one. And I said he's like the final boss of the film course in this college, and he laughed. But yeah, overall it's fine. It's fine. Like, I'm very introverted and I hate speaking to people, but I'm doing pretty well, actually. Like, I think I'm doing pretty well. As far as socializing goes, as the only East Asian in the class, I feel like I'm doing pretty well. And you know, I could do better, obviously. But so far, I think I've improved tenfold from the incredibly socially awkward state I used to be in. Also, I forgot to mention that when I arrived, when I was taking bus number 1 from Santa Monica to my college, the Russian girl came on, and I don't know if she noticed me or not, but she got off first, and I was just following her behind her, and maybe she thought I was a creep, maybe she didn't even notice, I don't know, but that's kind of funny. And that's a little awkward too, because there's a Russian girl in our class, and of course the professor, when the professor saw her, he asked, like, oh, are your parents in Russia? Like, how's the situation? Like, do they need money? Like, once the sanctions, like, now that there are sanctions, like, the banks are, you know, they're messed up. And there's an Israeli guy in a class, and it's kind of ironic that the first film is a documentary about the Israelite-Palestinian conflict. So that's kind of funny. But yeah, I exchanged phone numbers with a Filipino boy, and yeah, it's man, where's the Japanese girl? Where the hell is she?
Oh, you don't go to one pot? Yeah, I'll do my makeup. Okay, put it up in the shower.
You're still
Alright, this is my lunch. I forgot the sauce. I think I'm alone. It's about it is exactly 2:52 p.m. So there are some stupid developments. I went back home, and when I came back to this house, I'm not even gonna say home. When I came back to this house, there was no one. There's literally no one in the house. It was completely empty. So as planned in my schedule, I cooked the remaining gyozas and I drank the can of beef vegetable soup. In fact, I still haven't finished it, and I don't even plan to right here. And that's because the soup is not good. It tastes like salt and nothing else. It just tastes like salt. So whatever. I'm gonna finish the gyoza, and if I'm hungry, I can just eat snacks. Tonight I'm gonna have dinner anyways. Right? Right? So before I even started eating my gyozas and before I even finished cooking, actually, the host came back, and as always, every time the host, I don't know why, but the host, Mr. C, he's always like moany and breathy about everything. Like, when he came back home, he's like, ah, ah, oh, oh, ah, oh, ah. He's like this all the fucking time. And he came back home with this Taco Bell and KFC, and he he was like shirtless and he grabbed like, and I was just so distracted. Like, stop moaning. Okay, it wasn't that dramatic, but it was like it was more quiet. It was like, like maybe he has breathing problems, like maybe he has asthma or something. But wow, Jesus. And then other people proceeded to walk into the house. The Mrs. C, the daughter who's pregnant, the kids, some cousins, whatever. And it was like they were all wearing fancy suits and dresses. All right. And then I just kind of ignored them. I looked on my phone. And then they were about to leave. And then the host was like, and I was drinking my soup at that point. My beef vegetable soup, which is mediocre, by the way. He looked at me and he goes, oh, we're not going to go back home tonight. So there's some leftover soup at the fridge. And you can eat my KFC and Taco Bell. Bye-bye. And that's it. Are you fucking kidding me? I paid for this shit. Okay? I paid for... Like, dinner is part of the agreement, okay? So is breakfast. But for the last couple of weeks, I don't use food here for breakfast because there's barely any food here. Like the toast, the milk, they're all expired. So I eat my own breakfast. And dinner, for the most part, they cook for me. But sometimes they don't even care. It's like they're just like, oh, eat this frozen leftover soup and this leftover KFC and whatever. I don't care. Just whatever. And they just leave me here? Are you fucking kidding me? I paid for this shit. So, yeah. Maybe I'm gonna eat some of that leftover KFC chicken and leftover Taco Bell. But even so, it's fucking unhealthy. I don't eat that shit for dinner. I'm not American. I can't handle this. Okay? And also, that's not soup. That's soup rice. And I'm not eating that soup rice. I'm not eating that soup rice because I already drank soup in the noon. And B, that's not good. Doesn't even taste good. The rice, it's short grain risotto rice. It's not the rice that I'm familiar with. It's stiff. So you know what? Screw it. I'm going to go out to the supermarket to Ralph's a little bit later and just buy a fish fillet and a carrot or something like that. And tonight I'm going to just, 3 things. Just fish fillet, and then I'm going to cook up some vegetables. Maybe I'm going to finish the broccoli, but I kind of don't want to, actually. I kind of want to leave it till next Monday, add in a bit of variety. I could use a tomato in my fridge right now and make myself some egg tomatoes, but I also kind of want to do that for Monday morning. So I'm going to go to Ralph's, buy myself some starch. It could be bread, whatever. It's just small loaf of bread, or I don't know, a cup noodle. That would be fine too. Fish fillet, because I've been wanting secretly to fry myself some fish, and then some kind of vegetable like a carrot, or you know what? I don't have to have bread if I find potatoes and I do something about that. Like I can, fry potatoes and do something about it. I don't know. I'm gonna look at the budget meal thing and see what sort of ideas I come up with, but fish, potatoes, and carrot, or one more tomato, if that's my thing, or a fruit, that's fine too. All right, so I checked the bag that he left. It's basically 2 Taco Bell tacos, and 3 chicken drumsticks, and it's not nothing, that's for sure. So I'm not even gonna get a fish. I'm only gonna get potatoes. I'm gonna fry potatoes and I'm gonna eat a fruit. It's fine if I don't eat meat. It's absolutely fine. It's very much fine, actually. Like, I don't need meat tonight. That's too much meat in the USA already. USA, too much meat. Besides, I got chicken here. So, potatoes, fruits, that could be an apple because my last apple was spoiled. I threw it away already. So potato, apple, chocolate or some kind of snacks, and half a pie because I need breakfast. Alright, potato, chocolate, fruit, half a pie. Oh shit, I forgot to bring a plastic bag. Ah, fuck. Should I go back? I mean, I have lots of time. Let's go back. I have so much freaking time on my hands, and it's not even that far away. Who cares? It's just a little walk. Yeah, so, I hope the budget stays under $15 because the last time I went, today is February 26th. The last time I went shopping, it was 23rd. And then before that, it was 18th. Never in my life had I ever gone shopping this frequently. Never. Alright. $13.12. Not bad. Kinda within budget. Would have liked it if it's a little cheaper, but oh my god, Christmas came early. There are no apple pies in the pie section. When it comes to half pies, I mean, there are apple pies and peach pies and cherry pies every single day, but in the half pies, last time I checked, it was only half apple pies, but today it's all sweet potato half pies, which is amazing. And I got half. I got the sweet potato half pie, and it's amazing for only $2.99, aka $3, which is about 25, actually, which is about 22 Hong Kong dollars or 23. It's kind of worth it actually. And then I found myself a white potato, an apple, which I will eat tonight. I'll make sure it won't spoil. And for extra, because I always see something I want to buy, sausages. That's another kind of meat that I can store in my fridge, aside from salami that I can eat for a long time. And I can eat for breakfast served with eggs if I want to, or just simply by itself. Also, I checked the fish. There's a salmon fillet and it's only about $5. Relatively cheap. I could afford it maybe next time. Also, maybe Sour Patch Kids because I've never tried it. Twinkies, right? I completely forgot. Alright, time for the unpacking. Extra plastic bag, which I probably won't even use. Alright. After a lot of thinking, I finally got myself orange juice. Now, I wanted to buy mango orange juice originally, but it says on the cover, no sugar, which made me feel kind of worried that it's not going to taste anything. So, orange juice, safe and simple. Next up on the agenda, Oscar Mayer uncured wieners. I dislike sausages, but desperate times, desperate measures. With only about $3 US, bought this. Real cheap, real simple. I can eat it whenever I want. Alright. White potato. There it is. Apple right here. I'm gonna take it out of the plastic bag later because apparently that's the reason why it's spoiled. Chocolate, we have a Caramello Cadbury. I don't know why I still have this. I can just throw it away actually. And then, real star of the show, sweet potato pie. Goddamn, looks so appetizing. I hope it's just as appetizing as it looks. I'm gonna place it here. Boom. Doesn't see me. Oh, turn around. Turn around. Come on. It's still not seeing me. Oh, it saw me, but it didn't do anything. Or was it just dumb? Is it just stupid? Or did it see me and not do anything? Okay, so I'm bored. I haven't played any sport for the last few months, but hello doggy. All right, let's troll them. It's trolling time. Hello. Hello. I'm back. You're a lone wolf now. Oh, he's coming. And I'm going down. I'm just gonna exhaust the dogs. Oh, they're coming. Ah, they're so stupid. And they're coming back. Lame ass dog. Whoa. Where is he? What? That's weird. Oh. Oh, is that him? And they're gone. Bye-bye. Good days. Alright. This is fun. This is actually fun. Not gonna lie. Knock knock. Who's there? Ooh. I'm going back. Knock knock. Knock knock. Oh, they're coming. I sneak past this corner where they can't see me. Hello. And I go back. Hello, hello. And then I go back. He's just standing there like, what the fuck are you doing? And he's gone. They're so dumb. Hello, 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 hello. NASA, can you repeat me? NASA. Houston, Houston. There they are, good boy. I'm gone. Here they come, here I go. Oh, he knows. The black one knows. The black one knows my strats. The black one's... He's getting tired. Look at him. He doesn't even want to fight anymore. Man. Getting trolled all day long. Aha! The brown one's finally figuring out that there's a middle section. Ooh! Trolled! I'm going here. He's gonna stuck his head right here. I'm gonna walk. Oh. And walk away. Oh, I'm back. Ooh, I'm here. I'm here. I'm here. I'm there. And the brown one's gone again. And they're gone again. Good days. This could just go on forever. I mean, they got saliva splat all over. Come here. Come here. He's stuck. He's stuck. Now I go here. They can't even do anything. They're just so tired. And I go back. And I go back again. And then I go back. They are so stupid. Ha! The black one's there. Ah, they didn't even see me. I'm here. I'm here, Tayo. Hey, yoroshiku. Tomodachi. Woo! Woo! What's up, my man? What's up? What's up? Rapid fire, rapid fire. I'm back. I'm fourth. I'm back. I'm back. I'm back. I'm fourth. I'm back. I'm fourth. And they're fighting with their neighbors. Alright, it's time to end this game. I'm sweating. Alright, so today we're going to be making some fried potatoes for the first time in my life. Now, I bought a white potato in the supermarket in Ralph's today, and I've never prepared it. I know if I eat it raw, it's going to be super tough and it's going to taste bitter. And I consulted my mom, and my mom said I cannot not finish it. I need to finish the whole thing. Otherwise, if I put it in the fridge, it's going to turn bad. And if I can't wash it or anything, because moisture is going to make it turn bad if I keep it. So I have to finish the whole thing today, which shouldn't be a problem because aside from potato, I literally have leftover KFC and Taco Bell for dinner. So I'm going to cut this up with the skin because I like the skin. It's crispy and all. I'm going to slice it, try my best to slice it, even though it's really tough right now. I'm going to try my best. And then I'm going to put the sliced up potatoes in the boiled water and soften it. That's the plan. Alright, I used a bigger knife, sliced up the potatoes, hands are still here. Boiling the water right now, might as well put it in. Whole potato sliced up. Here we go. Ooh. Alright. There we go. And now I'll wash this plate and then I use it later again. Alright, some updates. It is boiling really nicely. White foamy substance is surfacing on the top, which is probably a good thing. And looks good. On the other hand, I told myself there's no way in hell am I going to only eat potatoes, leftover Taco Bell and leftover KFC and an apple and just call it a day. I need to eat some kind of other meat. So I looked here and, right, I almost forgot. There is a lot of meat here, except I need to figure out a way to grab meat here unnoticeably. Now, there are many things other than meat here, like soup dumplings, muffins. There's a weird strawberry and pineapple mixture down there, frozen for some friggin' reason. And, where are these again? Chicken thighs. Ice cream, probably from God knows. And it looks even uglier if you look at this compartment. Just half-eaten ice cream cone drumstick just splashed in here for some reason. Just like a monster. But I did find a couple things I could use. Prosciutto, that actually isn't expired because it is sell by March 3rd, 2022, packed on February 21st. This is fresh, as well as meatballs, which are not fresh, but I can take a few, they would not notice. Okay. Shit. Okay. Okay, here comes the fun part. I boiled the potatoes a little bit. Now it's soft. I tested it, as you can probably tell, with the crack. And I also boiled 3 meatballs. I have no idea how to prepare frozen meatballs, so my instinct is telling me to boil it, make it soft, make it safer with the hot water, and then fry it to add flavor. Similarly, we have the potatoes. Same principle. Heat. I should have added oil first, but it's fine. Not lethal. I'm gonna add lots of oil. Right. I know that's not really a lot, but for an American, that's not a lot, but you know, alright. I'm gonna flatten it out a little bit. Flatten it out with my spatula. There we go. I hope this pan is non-stick, because if it's sticky, then I'm screwed. Look what happened to the dumplings. And then as it is being fried, right, I'm going to start sprinkling these. Salt, black pepper, red cayenne pepper, garlic salt. Alright. Cayenne pepper at the end though. So important, black pepper. I'm gonna flip it around and season again. But yeah, that's the, okay, lower the heat actually. There we go. And then I'm gonna pretty much do the same thing with the meatballs. And then maybe at the end I'm gonna find soy sauce and add to it. If I can't, it's fine, salt and pepper. Alright, time now is 8:52. Dinner is served. I ovened these 2 tacos and these 3 chicken drumsticks a little bit. The potatoes and the meatballs are ready. And also orange juice from the supermarket earlier today. What the fuck? Doesn't taste really good. Who cares? Alright. What is originally one of the worst dinners I'm going to have? I innovated it and added this plate, making it very interesting. So let's try the potatoes first. First time, baby. First time. Looks good. Well seasoned. Maybe I'm not like cooking it for enough time, or the heat is not high enough, but it doesn't have the browning effect I wanted it to, and I was in a hurry because I was hungry. All right. Actually, really soft. Really soft and tender. Really nice. I probably over-seasoned it a little bit because I kept adding pepper and salt, and it doesn't taste really great. It's really dry, and I definitely over-seasoned it, but actually, texture-wise, it's perfect. Let's try the meatballs. Hey, it's good. So, and then of course we have Taco Bell, which I've tried before, so thank God. It's not bad. Served with orange juice. This taco is so thin. It's kind of hilarious how thin it is. I should have ovened it longer. God damn it. I don't even know what kind of taco this is, but it's not the same one I had the first time I had Taco Bell, which is a couple weeks ago. It's different. It has ground beef in it. Oh, wait, is this the same one? I don't even know. I don't think it is. And then for the chicken, KFC. Welcome to America. I don't know if I can finish all this, but I'll try. If I don't, I can return a chicken drumstick. As you can see, the texture. Perfect. Alright, so time now is 10:52 p.m. I'm gonna be quick about this because I know that I've filmed a lot already today. So I feel full. F-U-L-L, full. Which is crazy because it's been weeks, if not, yeah, it's been like, I think it's been 2 months since I have felt full, or a little bit less than 2 months, because the last time I recall I felt full, it was the time I went to the Santa Monica Pier to have the seafood lunch with Mom and Aunt and JT. And since then, I have never been full before because I've been eating scraps. But today, even though the dinner isn't like a feast or anything, the food I've eaten in Hong Kong is still like, I would still prefer eating food in Hong Kong than here because everything's more expensive here and I'm alone now and I can't cook sophisticated stuff, nor do I have the ability to, like, equipment wise. But somehow I managed to turn what is originally the worst dinner of my stay here in USA so far to one of the most memorable one, because on top of the leftover Taco Bell and leftover KFC, which would have been not enough, definitely, it's the potato. I ate a whole white potato, and that is incredibly filling. A whole white potato. In fact, I don't know if I will buy another potato anytime soon because this is some serious matter. I mean, a tomato is way easier to handle. A carrot or an onion is way easier to handle. But a potato is no easy deal. You get it and you eat it whole. You can't eat half and then just leave it. I mean, you can, but it's not a great risk. So I feel very filling. And the 3 meatballs. And because I pushed myself to look for more food, I ended up finding meatballs and prosciutto and this weird fish thing in the fridge that I can secretly fry. And yeah, I have way more food than I thought I do. And not really, actually, but once I force myself with a little bit of money, I can actually make food. But yeah, I feel full right now. I'm shocked. And because the dinner has no vegetables whatsoever, I'm actually still going to eat an apple on top of it, which I don't think is a huge deal. I'm not forcing myself. Like, I feel like partially right now, I feel like I'm spoiling myself. Like, why am I feeding myself so much? How about the other days? Do I have enough food to last the next week? Like, I don't know. I have some fish biscuits, some chocolate. I'm gonna finish the apple and then I have no fruits again. I have sweet potato pie, candy, cereal, granola bars. But do I have enough food to last a week? I have no idea. Maybe I'm spoiling myself too much. Maybe I'm burning through cash too much. I don't know. I hope I'm not. But wow. So again, I've been moping around because I'm lazy and I procrastinate. I'm gonna immediately do chemistry lab homework right now, and then I'm gonna watch Train Spotting. Hopefully, I finish it, and then take a shower, go to bed. Tomorrow, I'm gonna wake up 7:30 a.m., which is 1 hour later than today morning. But still, I have to sleep early because I'm tired as hell. And then yeah, tomorrow I'm going to go to church, and then afterwards it's going to be barbecue. Now here's the thing: the Chinatown church group, they're nice people and all, but at some point I'm going to have to break off from them. Like, at some point I have to start living on my own, and I don't want them to feel like I've just abandoned them. But before I came to USA, I never planned to rely on church people. I never planned to do that. So I have no idea how should I do that, especially given how much hospitality they have shown me. But yeah, fuck. I don't know. So there's this film club unofficial meeting where we're gonna watch Batman on March 5th. I don't know how many people will actually go. If I join this event and it's only me and the film club president, then it would be awkward. But I have no idea. I actually do not. But I'm sure a lot of people want to watch the Batman too. And then there are a bunch of other movies that I want to watch in theaters, like Licorice Pizza and West Side Story and Jujutsu Kaisen Zero and Revolution of the Times. Like, I don't know when will Revolution of the Times return to LA again. Apparently it played in LA in like December, but never again. So I hope it happens again. And the moment it is announced, I will immediately like buy tickets and immediately share this to like Pepper and JT and Potter and even Diana. But yeah, not much else really. Not much else. I feel fine. I don't know. I actually spoke to Natalie a little bit last night because, the whole transfer deal, the whole, UCLA USCGE plan deal really made me feel a bit anxious. So I spoke to Natalie a little bit, telling her that I may take political science, which is exciting and all, but I don't know, man. Third year. I think the main concern here is that if I stay at this college for a third year, I'm essentially paying rent for another extra year. So I have no idea. But yeah, I told Natalie and Natalie didn't answer a lot. I don't know if Natalie misses me or not. I hope she does, but if she doesn't, I understand why. I'm not a very important person in her life. I'm not an important person in anybody's lives right now, other than my parents, obviously, duh, but like in people like Natalie and Cedric in their lives, I mean pretty much nothing. Like Natalie's never like I'm the most platonic friend Natalie's ever had, and the fact that I'm her friend and I can still call it that, I'm really grateful, but I just don't mean a lot, so there's that. But Natalie suddenly had like a panic attack or something, and she's like, "Oh, panic attack coming," and then she just disappears, and then that's it. So I don't know, man. I miss Natalie. I don't know if Natalie misses me or not. Probably not. I miss Natalie, I miss Mary, and I really hope that I would have a dream and I would see them again vividly. I know the dream would break me, but I kind of have to. Alright, time now is 7:49 a.m. on February 27th. I didn't watch a movie last night because I was doing my chemistry lab and it took way more time than I thought it would. So, yeah, I went to bed at around 2:30 a.m. Maybe a little later, 2:40, 2:30, 2:40 ish, and then I woke up at 7:30. So that's about a little bit less than 5 hours. And I'd say that's not that bad, but that plus yesterday's 3 hours of sleep, I'm really freaking tired right now. And I've made the decision that tomorrow I will not go to any Bank of America appointments. I will not make any appointments to Bank of America. I just want to completely sleep tomorrow without an alarm, which is bad because I need a clock. So I will set an alarm very, very, very late to make sure that I don't oversleep too much. But I won't. I know I won't. But just in case. But yeah, tomorrow's just sleeping. Nothing else is required to do. Nothing else should be done. And because yesterday I didn't watch the movie, today I have to watch 2 films now. Yeah. Yeah, my feet is cracking. Like, my heel is cracking because it's very dry and it's hurting. And I think it has, a wound now. Not again. I'm gonna go make myself some Apple Jack cereal and then I'm gonna leave. Alright, I have arrived at Venice. Apparently Mr. and Mrs. Chan will pick me up here, but I don't even know if they will show up here or not. I'm not sure. It's 8:52 right now. I feel like she already gave up. I'm stranded here. I'm stranded in Venice. Alright, time now is 6:59 p.m. I came back home about half an hour ago and I just realized that I shouldn't have changed my clothes back. Okay, who cares? Yeah, came back home about half an hour ago. It's really late. There are tons of stuff I need to do. Now, even though I don't have homework right now, I have to film a Hong Kong movie review video. I have 2 movies to watch. 2 movies! 2 movies! And yeah, I don't have to force myself, but I also kind of want to do because I've made promises to myself. So I'm going to have to watch Trainspotting and Psycho today. Both of them. And then tomorrow I'm going to have to watch a lot of stuff as well. Tomorrow I will have to watch friggin' Wild Strawberries and Mushoku Tensei Season 1 Part 2. Yeah, lots of stuff. So I'm just gonna go chronologically again. As always, woke up at 7:30. Originally I planned to wake up at 7:45, but Mrs. Chan told me to wake up 7:30 and told me to call her after I wake up. I didn't call her at the end because I was just too tired to, but I texted her and said I woke up after 7:30. And then I left on time, took the bus, arrived at Venice on time, and I just stood there for like 20 minutes to wait for Mr. Chan and Mrs. Chan to show up in their car. They finally showed up, got into it, and Mr. and Mrs. Chan, well, Mr. Chan was silent for the most part, but Mrs. Chan, the one who's driving, she's complaining that this is too far away from their house. And I get it. I really, really get it, because this is like my daily life. Every time I have to go somewhere on Sunday, everywhere is far away from my house. So they're like, oh, we had to wake up 7 a.m., you know? Bro, me too. I had to wake up 6:30. I had to wake up 6:15 a.m. on a Saturday. So, yeah. And then Mrs. Chan's like, next time, I'm not going to pick you up here. It's too far away from us. I'll pick you up at Union Station or anywhere in downtown. And I said, okay. And in fact, I'm fine with it. It's fine if I wake up super early once in a while. Once in a while, not every Sunday. So from here on out, I will not go to that church every single Sunday because it's just, man, why? But yeah, I arrived at church. I was only a little bit late, like 20 minutes late. The singing was just over, and then there was a sermon, and then I sat in the balcony again, and of course I was super sleepy, so I dozed off multiple times, closing my eyes and then opening again. For some reason, I felt super uncomfortable. There's something really uncomfortable about the way I sit. My feet, particularly. It feels like there are air bubbles in my feet. It feels like my feet is being wrapped around in plastic. It doesn't feel good. I want to stretch it. I want to stand up, but I can't stand up. So, like, for a while, it just felt bad. And my jacket, it was very tight for some reason all of a sudden, so I had to take it off. But after the sermon ended, my mom's friend, the dude who helped me move, showed up with his wife, so I said hi, and then afterwards I spoke to them a little bit, and then I went to fellowship at 10:45, went in there by myself. Usually I follow Jonah, but this time I was by myself. I sat there, hung around. There's another girl there, I've said this before, with short hair, whose name is also Enoch. She's there, and she sat beside me again. She sat beside me last Sunday, and she sat beside me today, because she thought it would be funny. 2 Enochs in a row. But yeah, everybody's nice, and we talked a little bit. Jonah entered the room later, but I was fully independent at that point. But it was nice. And for some reason, I felt really hungry, and not for some reason actually, because this morning, I only had like a small bowl of cereal, which usually already satisfies me in the morning, but my appetite has grown larger since the pandemic, so there's that. And then there is yeah, and then afterwards I followed Jonah in his car. I was in Jonah's car. Jonah drove me to his place. He had to pick something up, some board games. He had to change his slippers, and then afterwards, so we were deep into Monterey Park, and then Jonah drove me to one of the pastor's house, and it was a huge house, but it was unlike any other American house I've been. Pretty much every American house I've been feels a little different. The one in Texas, the one in Sugar Land, Texas, where my mom's friend lives, is huge, and it's basically a huge flat wooden house with pillars. But this one is different. This one feels like a smaller house, even though it's just as big, but it feels smaller because it's sectioned. It's sectioned really hard, and to get from one room to another, you need to curl. You need to turn left and another left and another left. It's like a curl. It's really interestingly laid out house, and every small compartment is rather small. Also, in Jonah's car when he drove me, we talked a lot about stuff. We talked about movies, and I heard him play music, like Hong Kong rap music, and I asked him about it. Apparently he also really loves Hong Kong rap music, so there's that. Finally, we went to the house, and it was about like maybe 1:30 or yeah, around that time ish, or maybe 1, but we just started barbecuing, and I was trained well. Before I came to LA, I was trained well, okay? Like, when I see that people need help, I will help them. Because back in Hong Kong, especially when I was a kid, when things happen and I don't help out, then my mom and some other people will be like, why are you not helping out? You're selfish. You're being selfish, and you're being lazy, and you suck. So now I'm kind of repellent to that. When I see people need help, I immediately help them. So I helped set up some chairs and tables. Actually, not really. When I went there, it was already set up, but I helped pour some tea into a cup, some herbal tea, and I helped wrapping corn with foil. Well, I didn't do that. I helped splitting a piece of foil into 3 parts, and then each part is used to wrap a corn, but I didn't do that. Another woman did. So we all just took off our masks, and we just started eating for a very long time, and it was, the basics, chicken wings, bits of sausage, there's a steak at the end, there's shrimp, which I ate 1, and I impressively used nothing but teeth and fork to dismantle it. I also used a fork to eat potato chips. And yeah, it was fine. A lot of people are there. So the bodybuilding boy and his elder sister, the girl who I thought was the bodybuilding boy's girlfriend, but today I feel like I was wrong. I I was kind of wrong, but that girl is like kind of shy and awkward, but kind of funny girl from UCLA. And then Jonah's there. Jonah's girlfriend is there. And a lot of people are just there, and it was nice. I just hung out with people, I spoke with people. There were a few points where I just didn't say anything, like it was awkward, but it was totally fine. I was in my element. And it was totally different from the social situation when I was with the people in Film 40 class during break. Like during that break, I really feel an urge to reach out to people, and I don't know where to start. But with a group of Hong Kongers, even though they're pretty much strangers to me still, I feel way more comfortable speaking to them because I know what they want to talk about and they know what I want to talk about. It's so much more easier to connect. But yeah, after the barbecuing, we played like a board game called Dixit, where we had to every player has cards on their hands, and one player will describe one of their cards with one phrase or one word and put it on the table, but nobody can see it. And then everybody will look at their cards and pick a card that is similar to that word. If people can guess, and the cards will be mixed. If people can guess which card is the real one that matches the description, the person who put out the card will receive points, and the person who guessed it right will also receive points. For people who guessed it wrong, the person who had the wrong card, who put out the wrong card, will also receive points. And all up. And I didn't win. At first I was in the lead, but a little bit later I fell back behind. And then afterwards I helped people clean up and put down chairs and tables, put down the canopy, and then just went home, and it was already really late. So here I am. By the time I came home now, I didn't have stomachache, but I feel uncomfortable in the belly, and I immediately know what's wrong. So I went to the bathroom, and I was like, screw it, might as well take a shower. So I took a shower. My hair is fluffy again, and I feel like a new person again or something. I don't know. Yeah, there's that. And I'm going to have dinner in about an hour, I believe. So I'm just gonna watch some Trainspotting now, and yeah, college homework and Hong Kong movie review after dinner, and Psycho. That's the plan. And I will sleep super late. Not super late. I will sleep as early as possible tonight, 2 a.m. preferably, and then tomorrow I'll wake up super late, like 11:30. Like I don't care anymore. And I won't even leave the house tomorrow. I will just chill, and it's going to be great. Yeah. Yeah, that's all. Cool day.
Shots for the two, with Gary Raff has been a distant third in each of the last three, but those were against stronger fields. So tonight.
Seriously? Really? Are you fucking kidding me? Okay, here we go. Alright, time now is 9:10 p.m. I finished dinner. I just realized that I look really, really fat. Like, for the last few months, I've just accepted that I look like this, but I'm fatter than normal. Like mid 2020, late 2020, early 2021, I look a little thinner. That's the perfect me. Now my face just looks inflated. And my hair looks like a helmet. It's ugly as hell. I'm ugly as hell. I'm ugly. I'm disgusting. I hate myself. Anyways, let's talk about something a little bit more positive here. The dinner I just had. The host prepared me leftover chicken, soup, rice, and Caesar salad, and a bun, a bread bun, which is heated in the oven, so it's crunchy. Not the worst dinner ever, but chicken soup rice. This is gonna haunt me. Like everywhere I go in LA, something's just gonna haunt me. Whether it be the keys from my old house or chicken soup rice from this house. So obviously it isn't freshly made chicken soup rice. It is chicken soup rice from 2 days ago, leftover chicken soup rice. And that's kind of funny because and my finger is bleeding. Why is it bleeding so much? It's stupid. I don't know how I cut myself, but this morning I checked my finger and I'm like, what? Since when did I get hurt? I don't know. It's not a deep cut either, but it stings. Alright, anyways. Yeah, chicken soup rice, right? Chicken soup rice, it's left over from 2 days ago. And that's funny because yesterday, when the hosts went out for dinner, Mr. C told me to just eat the leftover chicken soup rice. So if I had eaten the leftover chicken soup rice last night, which I didn't, by the way, would he have given me another helping of chicken soup rice again 3 days in a row? Just leftovers, leftovers, leftovers. It seems as though they don't even want to prepare dinner for me, even though it is part of the deal. Okay, fine. Let's just say they're super busy. They can't cook food for me. They only had leftovers, and this is their final resort, just leftovers. Fine. I walk to the kitchen, and guess what I see? A pot of freshly made marinated beef with onions and potatoes. But no, they didn't give any of those to me. So where did this food come from? From heaven? Where did it come from? And why didn't they give some to me? Why? I don't know. But this isn't the first occasion where they have done something like this. This isn't the first occasion. A week ago, when they invited a bunch of people here, they prepared steaks. And guess what? They didn't give it to me. Even though there were multiple slices of steaks, more than enough, they didn't give any to me. Instead, they gave me leftover frozen burger patty as the meat part of the dinner. Which confirms my theory that they may think I'm inferior to them because I am an immigrant from halfway across the world, and I'm inferior to white people, and I can't eat their better white people food. Inferior people like me only deserve frozen leftovers. Okay, I was quite angry. I wasn't super angry because I've grown insensitive already. Like I've already experienced enough shit in the USA that I'm not even mad at people anymore. Just humans are just despicable in general. But I was a little upset and I wanted to grab a fork and just secretly snag a piece of beef from that pot and put it in my mouth. And I had to make sure that the hosts were not there so that they can't see me stealing beef. But after I finished the meal, suddenly they went to the kitchen, cooked stuff, chatted, and then I had to stand there and stall time and wait for them to leave. Okay, they left. I finally grab my fork and grab my phone because I want to film it too. It's entertaining, right? And I was about to put it, and then suddenly Mr. C shows up. Just magically, for no reason, out of nowhere. Even though he doesn't constantly goes from the living room to the kitchen, for some goddamn reason, the moment I walked to the kitchen and found out about the pot of beef, they, Mr. C and Mrs. C, suddenly walked back and forth from the living room to the kitchen again and again and again, almost as if they want to keep checking on me and make sure I don't eat their beef. But they do it secretly. They don't straight up walk up to me and say, "You can't eat our beef." They didn't say any of that. But they constantly walk up on me and check on me. So Mr. C saw me, and Mr. C's like, "You want something? Or something's wrong?" And I said, "Oh no, just checking it out." Yikes. So I turned around and I pretended to wash my dishes. I washed it very, very slowly to stall time. Okay, Mr. C left. I immediately snacked the beef, put it in my mouth, ate it. I'm not even hungry, to be honest. But I'm eating it as an act of defiance. Immediately after I ate it, Mrs. C came here. And I feel like it is at that point when they realized that this might be a real issue, that I'm eating their better white people food. So Mrs. C came here and started like washing dishes and walking around and stuff, staying there for a long time. And at that point, I don't even intend to eat any more of that beef. I'm not even that hungry, so I just left. But when I left, I looked at her. She's not even doing anything meaningful. She's just washing dishes again and again and again. It's almost as if they're trying to occupy the kitchen to avoid me stealing their better white people food, the superior race, the white race. I don't want to make it about race, to be honest. I think it is also more of an immigrant thing. Like, it doesn't matter what race, but immigrant race, local race. So it's not a white thing. I don't know. But it appears that that's a thing. And I don't know why, but I'm sensing hostility from Mr. and Mrs. C, and that's weird because they're actually way better than the previous host. My first host so far is still absolutely worse than the host now. Like, the host now, at least they have a social life too, and they're not like closeted monster Republicans like my last host. My first host is a closeted, closed in woman who is just stupid, very unintelligent. But yeah, there it is. There we go. I'm gonna just end it off here, really, because I've talked enough today already. It was a good day. It was a fine day. It wasn't good, but I'd say it's pretty fine. Like the barbecue party, it was good. I enjoyed my time. And I feel a little bit sorry because I know that at some point I have to break off from that group, and I don't know how. Because they're treating me very well, like they're accepting me and they're chatting with me and all that. And I feel a bit sorry. I don't know. I don't know. I really don't know, to be honest. But yeah, tomorrow I'm not going to leave this house at all. I'm so tired. I'm going to sleep until eternity, and I will cook myself breakfast and lunch. And if they give me chicken soup rice again for dinner, I will just get Uber Eats. Even though it's expensive, you know what? Screw it. Tuesday, Bank of America. And again, self-cooked breakfast, lunch. That's going to be, it's going to be like that for the rest of my life. I'm going to cook myself food every day, so gotta keep that habit. Okay, I'm going to wash off the blood. I don't know what happened with my finger. All right, time now is 1:23 a.m. We have another emergency here. Yeah, so I didn't watch Psycho because I just finished watching Trainspotting, and I was like, you know what? Screw it. I'm not gonna watch a second movie tonight. I'm gonna let myself breathe, and I'm gonna edit my college update instead. And at around 12:30 something after midnight, my mom was like, urgent, text me, please call me. She didn't say text me, she said call me, which is extra urgent. And I didn't receive that until a few minutes ago. I, you know, I found a message in WhatsApp and called her, and my mom told me that the host of this house, Mr. or maybe Mrs. C, contacted the ISP homestay people and said they wanted me to leave earlier. And yeah, it didn't say exactly when. Do they want me to leave? It didn't, like, unlike the last host. She's like, oh, you need to leave by Friday. This host didn't. And I guess that's a good thing. So I'm not gonna say they've kicked me out. If they don't specify like which exact date they want me to leave, then I guess it doesn't mean they're kicking me out. They're just encouraging me to leave. And we are in gray area here because I don't want to be kicked out, obviously. I want to leave by choice. So if I leave on the day of my choice, then I'm not kicked out. But then if that choice is somewhat influenced, then maybe. But fuck. I don't want anything bad to happen to me. And if something bad happens to me, it better not be repetitive. I don't know, man. I mean, I would just like to clarify that this house is better than the last one. It's like leagues better. And the hosts here are leagues better. Leagues better than the last one. But obviously they're not perfect and they have issues too. This house has issues too. Hygiene, cleanliness issues. I don't know. I honestly don't know, because when the last host was like, I'm kicking you out, the last host stated why. It's because, I said, I hate living in this house and I hate this country and I hate this city, which is kind of true. And I'm sure that is just a scapegoat for the real reason why she wanted me to leave, which is because she hated me. And I hate her. But this one's a little bit different. I mean, for the last week or so, our relationship has probably been a little bit more hostile because of, again, food issues and cleanliness issues. But I rant about this house way less than I do the last one. And the host, I don't really sense hostility from the host until like today. And I feel like, okay, there are a couple of theories. First theory, the best one. And by best one, I mean this better be the truth. And it would be, the host wanted me to leave earlier because they realized that their daughter may be giving birth to the child earlier, so they need my room earlier. I hope that's the case. B, they actually legitimately hate me because of the beef thing today, and as well as, I guess, other stuff. Like, I mean, to be fair, they said I could cook, and they said they would provide breakfast, which means that they would provide the food for breakfast. So I could use eggs in the fridge, technically, because they provide me them for breakfast, and I could cook them. So this means, and they didn't limit what sort of breakfast I have, which means that I have the right to use whatever's in the fridge and cook whatever I want, however I want. And even though I don't cook all the time, I never use their meat at all. Like, I only use eggs, milk, bread, maybe meatballs, cheese, cold cut ham, like prosciutto, salami, and sometimes vegetables. That one time when I used their broccoli and beans. But it's totally within my right, and it's also totally within my right to use their pans. They said it's okay. So I don't know what's the problem. This third case is the worst one. They bugged the house. They bugged the house, and there was a moment a couple days ago when I ranted in the house loudly, and I thought nobody's at home, but I was a little bit unsure actually. What if somebody's sneaking in the house, secretly hiding, and secretly recorded my voice? Or what if the house is bugged, and they secretly have a recording of me? Or it could be that they saw the CCTV, the security camera, and saw me playing around with the dogs. But either way, case C is I pissed them off, but in an unethical way, meaning that they have spied on me somehow. I love that this door has a lock on it, even though I never lock it actually, because I'm confident they can't go into my room. But they can't bug me, right? They can't bug me. They can't install security cameras on me. Maybe it's B. Maybe it's the second case where I just somehow pissed them off again. Somehow, in some way, shape, or form. Again, like I've gotten along with them quite well, actually. Unlike the old host, where the old host kicked me out because I didn't comply with her stupid ass rules. This one, less rules, like way less rules, and actually okay. Aside from the cleanliness, of course. I don't know, maybe they bugged me. Maybe they bugged the house. I have no idea. But I hope there is no definite date. Aside from March 22nd. But of course I'll leave by March 22nd. That is like by law, because I paid 2 months worth of rent here, and I started living here since January 22nd, so it would only make sense, right? Alright, well, it's already 1:31 a.m. I'm going to immediately take a quick shower, brush my teeth, go to bed, and I'm dealing with tomorrow. I'm going to sleep super late tomorrow, and you know what? Unlike last time where I just try to avoid the old host, I'm going to try to maybe at least ask the host what's going on, if possible, because clarification is definitely needed. And I don't know, I feel like maybe they didn't bug me, maybe they just heard me, because I talk a lot here. But then again, I seldom rant about this house. I compliment this house from time to time, and when I speak now, I speak quieter. And they're always in the living room, so they can't hear me all the time. So I have no idea what's going on, really. Maybe it's the same thing as last time. Maybe it's the same thing as last time where they overheard me. But, or maybe they just they think I'm noisy. They think I'm noisy because I do my reviews, I talk loudly. I have no idea. It could be any of those cases, really. I just hope... I'm still aiming for March 20th, leaving by March 20th. That's what I'm aiming for. Yeah. I can't fucking move anymore. This has to be my last move. Like, I can't. Like, I have so much stuff here. I have so much stuff. And I got plans too, you know? Like, I still got pies and cakes I've yet to finish. If I move out of here and I lose that Ralph's, maybe I won't get those cakes and pies anymore, you know? But that's not even that important. Yeah, I don't know. I feel like I should feel nervous right now, and indeed I am, but I'm too tired to feel any nerves. Like, not only too tired because I'm sleepy today, but also too tired of life in general. So